Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book, 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to LOVE love your readings on this radio show. L is for let spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice with a licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Welcome, everybody, to the show. This is Spirit Medium Laura. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. It is the 30th of July, 2014. I also want to remind everybody that I'm living in Florida and we're having a lot of electrical storms. So if I get cut off, if I get knocked off the internet during the show, Susie probably will be able to step in till I get back, but I will be back. So don't you worry about that. I will be back. Let's see, today's Wednesday, so we will be doing mediumship only. That means connecting to the other side. And for the first 10 to 15 minutes of the show, I'll be talking about this or that or offering you an inspiration. And then we go into the readings. The show is about, well, not about, the show is an hour in length. If you would like to get into the queue to receive a reading, just dial area code 347-945-5849. And there is a website for this show, spiritmediumtv.com, and there you can obtain a private session with me at a superb discount, a sale. That would be item 1A on that page. You can also make a donation, which goes in part to help animals through the Humane Foundation. That's item 1B on that page. And I want to make a reminder here that if you are going to make a donation, it's because you really need a reading, not because you want to be read every week. As I did have some people doing that, and suddenly it occurred to me that's not a very healthy thing to do. It's not ethical on my part to read people every week. And as well, the psychic bank goes dry. So it's better to do it maybe once a month, or if I was working privately with you, I would even say maybe every 3 months. Also on Spirit Medium TV, you can watch the show live at item number 2 on that page. It's a live video feed of me. Woo, that's exciting. And hopefully it's working. Yeah, I think it is working today. Sometimes I've gotten cut off on that as well. You can also RSVP for the training I do every Monday night after the other radio show I do here on Blog Talk Radio, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I do a psychic and medium readings show. After that, I do an intuitive or psychic development circle. I call it the Intuitive Playground, and it's very inexpensive, and you can RSVP for that at number 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. And even though I've made these announcements over and over again, I still get people calling and asking me, how do I study to be a medium with you? It's on my website. It's everywhere. So I just want to say again, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item number 3 on that page will pump you through or plug you through to everything you'd ever want to know about becoming trained to be a medium the way with my facilities. I'm only one resource available to you. Many other people do train people to be mediums, but not so many do it via the internet or via a video conference on the internet. So it's very convenient. It's very inexpensive, and you get materials that you keep to use on your own. And as well as that live workshop, online workshop, I also have self-paced videos that you can also do on your own. I could use your help, everybody. I was chosen for FamousPsychicMediums.com, and it would be great if you felt so inclined to go there and make a review of me, Spirit Medium Laura. I already have one review, and I really appreciate that. Maybe more. I've been asking people to do that. It just helps a little bit. There's some great mediums up there, including Teresa Caputo and I think Kim Russo, I think is her name, the Happy Medium. A couple of different people are there that we all know and love, and I'm just there too. Don't ask me how that happened, but there I am. But I'm proud and happy to be there because this work truly is my joy. Okay, I'm going to introduce Susie B in a little while, but first I want to do the inspiration for today. Well, a couple of things. One is I'm going to talk about a new service that I could have done it years ago. I just never framed it this way, which is called Life Between Lives Mediumship Regression. Life Between Lives Mediumship Regression. And you can go to a hypnotist who would regress you to your past lives and lives between lives when you enter the spirit world. But I do it as a medium with you, and you become part of the process. In other words, you're being read, but you're also participating on an energetic level. And I'll talk about that in a moment, and what my recent experience with a physician was, and how truly incredible and remarkable it was for both of us. But I just want to say a couple of things. I just kind of reminded myself today, and I kind of childishly highlighted this. And in the middle, not in the middle of my forehead, but the middle of my eyebrows up a little bit, I was born with a mole on my forehead, right where the third eye is. And I always think to myself, I must have incarnated to do this work. Kind of feel I had an Indian lifetime from India before this one, or one of them. That's an important lifetime to this one. And my astrological chart, my natal chart, has all of my planets in the house of the occult. Ooh, isn't that scary? And I had my soul, what was it called? Soul plan done, which is like a numerology number. And again, those numbers say I'm supposed to be doing this work. I just think it's kind of funny, kind of interesting. Okay, so here we go, Life Between Lives, Mediumship Regression. So the other day, a physician came to me for a session, and I knew that he wanted to talk to his guides, and I knew he wanted to know about soul contracts and all of the other stuff, but I didn't know really how it would go, okay, because, I mean, the thing I do very naturally is channel spirit, channel guides in particular. This is another kind of mediumship. This is going into the spirit world with your guide, who I'm channeling, and allowing all this information, this fantastic, deep information, to come through so that you can have greater insight to yourself and how you're progressing, what your purpose is. And some stuff that came out during his session was kind of interesting. He met his guide. He also found out that his stepmother, this lifetime, was a guide to him, a spiritual guide, which I thought was kind of interesting. I'd never heard that before, but it made a lot of sense because apparently, and he confirmed this, he is a soul that actually comes in from other dimensions, not Earth. He's not an Earth soul. He's a soul from other incarnation cycles. In other words, there are extraterrestrials that have incarnations as well. Okay, so he comes in first. His parents were chosen to help pave the way for him, and he's supposed to be doing sage work. And he said to me, "Yeah, I'm from the light beings, aren't I?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what I'm hearing." He says, "Yeah, I know. I'm from the light beings." I thought that was kind of interesting. And then he's supposed to be doing other work other than being a doctor, and later on in life he's supposed to be doing something with his mission is to be a sage and a teacher to others, and he's going to do a lot of writing. And then we looked at several soul contracts, and all kinds of information came through that illuminated him. There was one relationship that he was told he fulfilled his contract with, and that that could be let go without him doing anything wrong about that. Another relationship was revealed as being sort of a twin soul. But you can find things like soulmate relationships, what the meaning of them are during this kind of a session, past lives that you might have, even the age of your soul. How old is your soul? You ever hear the saying, "Oh, he's an old soul," or "I'm an old soul"? What's your soul group? Where's your soul from? In other words, are you an ET, an extraterrestrial? There are a lot of them. There are a lot of incarnated star seeds, as they're called, and indigos and crystals. But the earlier ones are star seeds. And the reason that they're here on Earth is to help with the transition to a higher vibration, more commonly known as the ascension. So, although this all sounds kind of woo-woo and out there, and I work evidentially as a medium, and I know it sounds very strange what I'm saying, when you get the validation, when you get the confirmation, it all makes sense. You start to believe it a lot more. So in any event, if you're interested in this kind of an experience, learn about yourself more, you can book a Life Between Lives mediumship regression session with me. Unfortunately, I don't think 30 minutes is really long enough. That's the sale I have. But I would allow you to book 2 half hours and do it on the sale price for 2 half hours. And you just go to spiritmediumtv.com. Item number 1B on that page allows you to do so. So let's just go check to see if there are any donations. Oh, if there are, because we already found one right here. Now, again, if you make a donation, I only want you to do so if you really need a reading, okay? And I also don't want you to keep calling in if you don't need readings. It's nice that you want to call in, that's great, or you want to listen to the show, that's great. But we try to work with people who really need the reading, so it's not repetitious to the listeners, and so that Spirit can work with you. We don't want to make you dependent on readings. My work is all about empowering you. Okay, so I'm going to go to Anna Marie, who has made a donation. Hi, Anna Marie, honey.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, and yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Where are you? So you're calling from Virginia, I guess. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember because I actually lived in Virginia at one point in my life. And I had a phone number that started with 703. I wouldn't have known from that. Now, you sound a little bit nervous and distressed today. You know we're doing mediumship today, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's see who's there for you, love. Well, actually, I feel a couple of souls for you. One is a mother figure, and one feels a little bit more like somebody junior to you in energy. In other words, a younger person, and feels male. I don't know if I've read for you before. You do sound kind of familiar. Have I done a mediumship for you before, love?
You haven't done the mediumship for me, but you read for me maybe 3 months back.
Oh, okay.
In regards to a situation I'm currently having.
Okay. Okay, so let's just, is there somebody in particular you're wanting? I said, so a younger person feels male, and I also feel a female that feels mothering in nature. Any of those, or is there somebody else you're wanting?
I'm wanting my grandmother.
So that's the female. Okay. Mother figure. Okay, let me go to her. Okay, first thing I see, well, it looks like she lived to an advanced age, but I actually see her, and they can show at any time in their life. I see her holding a little extra weight on her body. Just the advanced age allows the body to sag a little bit. It's a little rounder and fuller. I wouldn't by any means say she's really heavy, but she's just carrying a little extra weight on herself. Her shoulders are kind of rounded in the vision that she's giving me. Her arms are thin, though, particularly in the forearm area. She also seems to have hair that is kind of, it looks like I can't tell if it's natural or not. Okay, it is white, so this is the natural looking color. It looks like it was dark originally. And in this natural looking picture she's given me of her hair, it looks like there's a little bit of nappiness or wave to it. And it looks like for some reason it's kind of parted in the middle and then kind of waves down the sides and then goes back under the ears. So it either means that she had a short haircut. Well, it means her hair was either short or that she pulled it into a bun. I can't tell because I'm looking at her from the front. But the hair looks like it waves around the face. Do you understand this, please, for anyone you would know?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
My grandmother had really short hair.
Okay, and it looks like she has a wave to it in this particular. And it's like closer to the head. It's not all flying around or anything. In this image she's giving me, she shows me very nice lady. Her lips are full. With advanced age, though, there's something a little bit I guess it looks like maybe the teeth or the bite of the mouth is not quite right anymore. It's a little bit about the lips kind of hanging out a little bit. And the nose is wide towards the bottom. She's laughing at me right now. She's actually doing a little snicker. She's very sweet. She's very, very sweet. Now, I feel under her, not in spirit, but, well, maybe he is in spirit, I don't know, but it's like she had a son. So if this is your mom's mom, then it means that you have an uncle or that you have a brother, or if it's your father's, you have a brother?
I have an uncle.
You have an uncle. Okay, so she's showing me that she also has a son, not just your mom. See, I was going to go over to your father also. It could have meant she was your father's mom, but in any event, she showed me a male under her. So I was just going through all the possibilities. So this is your mom's mom. Okay, she says he was very bright, my son. I don't know why she cares to speak about him first rather than your mom, but we'll let her talk a little bit. She's very proud of your uncle for some reason, and that he's accomplished a lot in his life on Earth. I don't know where he is, if he's on Earth or in spirit right now. I don't know any of that. All I know is that she shows me him, and she's very proud of him. It also looks like he fought or served in the armed services because he's wearing some sort of a uniform. Do you understand this for your uncle, please?
Yes.
Okay.
My uncle's in spirit, so yes, that's true.
Oh, okay. Well, she's so proud of him, and he's tall and thin. I also see a slenderness to his body. He's a good boy. And your mother, she says, is a lovely woman as well. She just wanted to acknowledge that he was here to say hello. Okay, Grandma, very nice. Okay, and now there's an A name, like an Ann. Well, you're Anne Marie, so I don't know, but there's also an Angie or an AN name that pops in. So you might have been named after someone, or there might be somebody else in the family with that name. Do you understand that name, please?
Yes, I was named after my grandmother. Her name is Anna.
Perfect. Okay. So she loves you so much. Her legs are thin. Her body in the middle, the torso section is a little bit wider. I also feel that she had a little bit high blood sugar issues. I don't know what that means. Like maybe she was pre-diabetic or she had something to do with blood sugar issues. She also says, high blood pressure in addition. There's a couple of things going on there in her body as she gets older. I also see she draws my attention to her abdominal areas if there was something going on there that had to do with a health problem, an issue in the abdominal area. Do you understand problem in health of her health that had to do with her lower extremity of her torso and the hip area, please? Do you understand that, please?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
She before she passed on, she fell.
Okay.
And she hurt her hip and her leg.
Okay. Yeah, well, she's showing me that. Now, she's just going to go into, because I didn't know if it was, I couldn't tell what it was, but then she said hip area, so I guess she was trying to lead me to the bones. She says, I'm feeling good now. She says, I'm feeling great now. She says, you may not know that, and she laughs a little bit. You may think I'm gone, or I'm not thinking about you. She says, but I'm thinking about you just fine. She says, I love you so much, my dear, dear child. And, of course, namesake. She says, you did well with my name. She says, you made me proud. You make me proud. Now, second time she's talking about being proud, first of her son and certainly your mother, but now you also. And there's something about you, Anna Marie, going on for higher education or making something of your life. And making something of your life. She's very proud of you. And it feels to me like you're doing something which helps other souls, other people on Earth. Do you understand, please?
Yes, that's true. I help the military. I used to be former military, and I'm getting back helping the military. Oh,
interesting. And so military is important in your family, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, that's why she cared to show your uncle in that uniform, aside from the fact they did serve, but that's important in the family. So Grandma's a really great communicator. There's something else she needs to tell you. You have a son also?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Do you have let's just put it this way. So that's her personal message to you, but I also feel I need to ask you if you have something about a birthday around this time of year is also happening. I don't know if that's why you're calling in, but I feel there's a birthday of significance around this time of year as well. What is your question for her, please?
My question is, do you see me moving on from the job that I'm at? Because it seems like I'm going 5 steps forward with all my education, everything like that. And then I got this job and I went like 5 steps back and being used and underutilized. And I want to go to an organization which I've been speaking with, but I haven't heard anything. So I was wondering if you saw that happen.
Okay. Now, we said something about you higher education from Grandma. She's very proud of you and helping others. She gave me that information. So you want to know, by Grandma's opinion, if she sees you staying where you are or where you're going to go. And as an ethical medium, we do not do life readings through our loved ones in spirit, but I will, for the purpose of today, give you her answer to that. Let's see what she says. Okay. In other words, she doesn't have, just because they passed into spirit doesn't mean they know everything about us, and they're not fortune tellers. Some of them have, some souls have a wider perspective, depending on their evolution and where they're at. But they can't see everything just automatically. But she can see a lot. She's telling me, I can see a lot. She says, I'm a very thoughtful person, thoughtful creature, and I do have ability to see a lot about you, Anne-Marie, and you're right to ask me. Okay, hold on. It's okay. Now, as far as her opinion goes, it's really up to you. You have to make your choice. It's not up to me or up to what's going to happen to you. It's more like you have the ability to leave if you want and go forward. And that's what you're really asking is, will there be something for you if you decide to do that, right? Because your heart's really wanting to do that. She says, that's up to you too. She says, it'll be there if you make it happen. She says, it is there for you, but you have to take the steps. And she wants to encourage you to be proactive in having the courage. But the opportunity is there for you. And she says, you already know that. You already know that. She says, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
She says you already have an inkling that that's so, that it would be there for you, and don't be so worryful. And she says there's always a fallback plan in case it's the timing is not exactly right. She says that's what the issue is, because there's high periods and low periods for hiring and or getting the work. She says you might be between the cycle. She says, but in the long run you will get that. So she says probably best to look into the organization and find out when the hiring is best and most likely to occur, and then plan your timing around then. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetheart?
I'm fine, yes.
Okay, honey. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. All righty then. I am going to go to Michael, who has joined our mailing list. Hi, Michael. How are you today?
I am fantastic. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And where is 480? Just making a little patter here as we get into your energy. Where is 480 area code?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, yeah, I should know that. I have a couple of clients I work with over there. Yeah, right. Scott's right in Scott. Hey, you might even know them. Oh, maybe you were referred to come here from one of them. Okay, let me go. What was that?
I've only been out here a year.
Okay. All right.
Possible, but
okay, so you're not coming in from a referral from somebody I know. Okay, well, I do feel a mother figure to you in spirit. Okay. Is that who you're wanting to speak with?
She comes too often for myself and for and through others.
Okay. Well, right now she's coming in, and she's got a strong personality. I'll say that about her. Very strong personality. She's a lively kind of person. I'm going to see if I could see her, get some words from her. Okay, a few things. One is, and I don't know if this is a grandma or if this is just a mother-like figure to you or your exact mother. I see a slender woman. I see advanced age. In other words, the face is thin and it's furrowed with lines. I see fine features and a small nose, thin lips, eyes that are a little bit smaller as advanced age. However, younger, when she was younger, she has even features. For some reason or other, she wears a hat. This might be symbolic or might be literal. but this hat is wider brimmed and made more of a straw-like uh, quality material or fabric or just straw itself. And there's flowers, fake flowers on the hat. Okay. I also get the feeling that this woman was very artistic and creative. And again, I go back to that slenderness of her form. Do you hear the noise on the line right now? Do you hear noise on the line?
I hear a little static here and there, but just kind of popping in and out.
Okay, but it's quiet where you are on your end of the conversation? I mean, where you are, it's quiet?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, okay, noise, go away. Okay, so let me just review. I see a woman with a hat, slender, even features, strong personality, has some kind of artistic sensibility, very slender. And she could be a grandma, mother figure, or just a friend kind of thing. Do you understand this person for anyone you know?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. There's more of a friendship thing going on here. She says it again, friend, 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 love you, friend, friend. Very creative. And she's got creativity in many different areas. Now, not only visual arts, but there's also something musical there. You're creative too, she says, and you need to follow that. You need to follow your heart and your voice and not give up on it. And there's also a sense of her having some kind of teacher relationship to you in the past. Do you understand that, please?
Possibly.
Oh, that was loud. I don't know what happened with that one. Yeah, there's a sense of her either being a muse to you or a mentor or literally being a teacher, but there's, at least in the words that she's saying right now. And there's a sense of you of having some kind of, oh, interesting. You have other abilities, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a medium, aren't you?
Just starting, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what she's talking about. She wants you to pursue that. She doesn't want you to stop. She says you have the ability.
Right.
It's funny how it comes in, because it comes in like almost musical a talent. It's funny, and then they morphed it into mediumship. But I guess that's Spirit's commentary on this form of work is not only is it creative, but it's almost musical. I never thought of it that way, but it's vibrations and it's auditory. You know, we're hearing mostly or seeing whatever was coming in through vibration. But you have a lot of talent, she says, a lot of gifts for this. She says she doesn't want you to listen to anybody else that might be telling you otherwise. And now seems to be a key time for you, Michael, of crossroads to move forward with this. It's like an either or, and it's critical time for you. She says if you don't move forward now, it's going to be a number of years before you come back to it. She says, but you will always come back to this because this is what you're made to do. Oh, good. Okay, you understand. She says, this is what you're made to do. So never, ever, ever doubt yourself, my love, she says, my love. And then she calls you her son. Again, I think it's more like a spiritual relationship versus a literal mom relationship. I do see in her body a sense of wasting away, which usually means cancer to me. And if it's not cancer, it's just sort of a wasting away over time, maybe some kind of debilitating disease that took her slowly over time. And then she also gets me by storm. She says the words by storm took me by storm. I lost a lot of strength towards the end and actually was not even to be able to be mobile much or walking around on her own. So that could mean a lot of things. But do you understand, let's just say, do you understand cancer?
Yeah, my mom passed when I was 14 of cancer, and it was long and debilitating, and obviously she wore hats and so forth. But she looked, 40 years older when she passed.
Oh, okay. So this is your mom.
When she was 40 years old.
Oh, okay. So your mother is an interesting person because more than just being your biological mother, she also has this mentor kind of feel to her, even though she may have passed when you were fairly young. It's almost like she's maybe your muse from spirit to help you along. When I first started doing the media, I've been channeling spirit for 30 years, over 30 years, but when my mother was called to spirit, that's when I really learned I decided to develop the mediumship aspect of it. So maybe your mother's sort of your anchor there, pulling you through. Is there anything you want to ask her, please?
Just kind of, the main thing is I understand that there's a crossroads in regards to the the mediumship and kind of going that route. But also there's also a business element to what I'm working on as well. And just, again, that crossroads has me kind of financially strapped right now. I'm trying to figure out what direction to go.
Well, I'm hearing that you can do both, and you don't have to make the mediumship your main thing. Just don't put it. Keep a finger in it. Keep doing it, and then. Okay, and then that'll be fine, she says, and Spirit says for you, because you don't need to you don't need to do either or. So don't make it a crossroads. Make it a duality. Yeah, and then you'll do just fine with that. You can hold the mediumship as sort of like a weekend or evening kind of thing for a while. She says she doesn't feel that you ever have to make it 100% because you're very multifaceted. You have many interests, and you can do both. Well, she says for a while. Eventually, one or the other, and she feels the mediumship will be the thing you do, ultimately. Okay. Now, are you thinking of writing a book?
I don't know, but what kind of started me out on all this was automatic writing.
Okay. All right. Well, that might be one of the ways that you work at this, is to do some automatic writing into a book, if you will. And there is a specific soul mentor besides Mom. There's somebody that you work with, your master guide, that's very instrumental in your channeling material. And that's very important to bring that to Earth. There seems to be a lot of metaphysics in that. So go ahead and do that.
Awesome. Wow, exciting.
It's very exciting, Michael. I'm glad you joined my mailing list. I'd like to get to know you better, so maybe over time we will. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was interesting. Okay, I am now going to go to Susie B. for an introduction, because I didn't have her talk yet. Susie B., how are thee?
Hey, Laura. Hello, everyone. It is an awesome day here in Atlanta. We have had a cool front come through, and it's just a blessing to have this change.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm.
So I'm going to just take a look-see at your connection. I just want to see if there's anybody there in spirit that has a message for you today, if I may do so. Susie, may I do so? I know you're not dying for a reading, but I have a feeling I need to do something for you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's see what we get. And then I will get to you, Joan, next, so just relax. Okay. Around the energy of Susie B. Yeah, okay, there is your mom. Now I just want to bring her in for a moment, see if you have any questions for her. I'll try to bring in a couple of identifications of her. Very loving soul, of course we know that already. She says her heart goes out to you to help you. She says, but she doesn't really know what she can do, because it's up to you. You're on Earth. You have to take care of matters and business on your own. She says, I will give you moral support. She's really, what she's telling me is what you're thinking of doing is indeed the absolute right thing to do. And it has a sense to it of like taking a breather or space away from a situation that offers you turmoil, like a break, if you will. And just allow yourself to be, she says, in that space for a while. She says after you take your break, you will have renewed strength and energy to reapproach it from a very diplomatic perspective. The other person in relation to this seems like she will learn something. She will change. The reason, Mom says, is because she's going to have a loss in her own life that is going to make her listen a little bit more to how she affects people. So whatever she's doing now is offending other people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that it will make her think twice about how she acts with people. So is there anything you want to ask, honey, besides what's just come in?
No, I actually very much welcome that. I'm sorry that she will have a loss in order to learn lessons, but somehow lessons can be a little bit painful in order to learn them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, my dear, I'm going to let you go back into the queue. I appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much, love.
Okay, thank you, dear. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye, honey. Okay, I'm now going to Joan. It's been waiting here quite a long while. Hi, Joan. How are you, sweetheart?
Oh, just fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Where's 616?
Good.
Where's 616?
Southwest Lower Michigan.
Oh, my goodness. Lower Michigan, southwest.
Yeah, about 3 hours north of Chicago.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, southwest? I thought, how could it be south? It's southwest Michigan, but north of Chicago. Interesting. Oh, Chicago's in
Southwest.
Yeah, I got it.
Or north of Chicago.
Yeah.
Because right on Lake Michigan.
Ah, wow. That must get kind of cold during the winter.
It does.
But
it does. Believe me. I'm used to it, though.
Yeah. Well, I do feel around you a male presence. And I don't know who it is you're wanting, or if you do want anyone in particular. Some people just come and say, bring in whoever you get. But there's a father.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a father figure there. I'm going to see who else I see, and then we'll see what you want, if there is anything you want. There's a mother figure, the father figure. The father figure seems to be more of a recent or close to earth energy right now, recent transition, this particular person I'm seeing or feeling. And there's also another person to you that also seems male. And he seems like in a younger age group to you. Do you understand a son to you, please, in spirit?
A son? No.
But somebody in the family that's younger to you, that's male, that's transitioned?
When he passed, he'd be younger than me right now. Yes.
Okay. Oh, but now he's older than you because whatever he's okay.
Yeah.
So there feels like a younger person. Okay, I don't know if it's I don't know who it is, but there's also an older person that's male. I'm going to see who wants to pop through. See who wants to pop in. Okay, the younger one seems to have a little bit more vitality to pop through. And he's showing me himself at different times in his life. Right now he's showing me himself as a younger person, like a boy. Okay. And growing up kind of thing. Maybe you knew him during childhood years and everything, Actually, he seems to have lighter hair coloring, slender. He's wearing a striped shirt stripes go horizontally from left to right. It seems pretty playful. His hair is on the straighter side. He has a crew cut, but it grew out in this particular image that he's showing me. And he's showing me himself playing with bubbles. Like how kids blow bubbles. He shows me himself playing with bubbles. And I feel that he's filial to you in nature, lateral to you in nature. Like it could be a brother to you or someone like a brother. Is he your brother, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. He says, because he just said, hi, sis. Hi, sis. He says, I'm all right now. It feels like an illness took him over. It didn't hit in his younger years, but it looks like something is happening in his teenage to young adult years. And it feels like a debilitation, physical debilitation. And it feels like, he needed help, healing, he needed hospitalization. It was also very costly for the family. And it seems like there was breathing to go along with it. And also movement of body and not being able to move the body. Do you understand, please?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He says, I know it was scary for me and for everyone. It's almost like they had to make an iron lung for him or something to help him breathe at some point.
Can I?
Yeah,
can I
sure. Go ahead.
Tell you? Yeah, he had an accident, was quadriplegic.
Oh, God bless him. So they try. They must have had. Okay. Well, I also feel maybe there's something to do with breathing also. Like maybe I don't know. Do you have a problem with breathing also from this? Because his breathing, it's like
of course.
Oh.
Yeah. It goes hand in hand. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, because I didn't know. So I hear expensive for the family, scary for everyone, feeling like he's slipping through the fingers of his loved ones to spirit, and his loved ones like you, mom in particular, dad. Everybody's almost hysterical with grief because they didn't know. They tried to do everything they could do to help him. He says, but he wants you to know that it's beautiful where he is, and he said he had nothing to fear now that he went through the doorway.
Okay.
He says it's all beautiful where I am. Very beautiful.
Okay.
Flowers and roses and sunshine and beautiful people, and I don't mean physically beautiful, it's just beautiful love. And for some reason he shows me a bird. It looks like a macaw or some kind of parrot kind of bird. Is colorful to it. So either he just liked animals, or there's a bird in the family that transitioned, but all of a sudden I see a bird. Does it have any significance to you, please?
No, not to me. It might to his family, but I don't know.
Oh, you mean his he had a family?
Kids.
Oh, his kids. Okay.
Yes, he had children.
Okay.
Young children.
Yeah. Well, there's a macaw, okay, kind of bird like that. So that maybe they've lost a bird recently.
I'll find out.
Yeah, or maybe one of the kids wants a bird. I don't know, but all of a sudden I see a bird.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be.
I can find out though.
Yeah. Let me see if I get anything else. I also get a name like Robert or Bob or Bobby. Do you understand that name for anyone, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
The first one.
Robert, okay. And you want to hear something interesting? The way Spirit is showing him to me, even the name, is by using somebody I knew when I grew up. They use him as the prototype so that I can give you this information, but they tell me what to use of the person I knew that fits your brother. He says, I'm okay, I'm peaceful now, and there's also a mother figure with him. He says, I'm with Mom. So either that's Grandma or your own mom, but there's a mother there with him also. Do you understand, please?
Okay. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go now, because unless there's a question you have or something that you need to say, and I'm going to get on to the next person.
No, I'm fine. This was very interesting. I appreciate it. I'll find out about that bird too.
Yes, please do. And if you, I notice you haven't joined my mailing list, but you might want to, and that would be Spirit Medium TV. Well, Susie might call you, might get back with you on the line, but spiritmediumtv.com on the right side is your opportunity to join our mailing list.
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, honey. Okay, we've got another caller here by the name of Sherelle. Hello, Sherelle. How are you today?
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. It sounds pretty noisy in the background there. Can you?
No, I just stepped out.
Okay.
I'm at work. I just stepped out.
Oh, okay.
I really want the message.
All right.
Yeah. How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while, Miss Lady.
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you, love? How about you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking again.
Sure.
Now, I just want the message. You don't have to describe who come in because it don't matter, because I want to be considerate of the other callers. So I just want the message, if you don't mind, if you could do it that way.
No, it's fine, honey. You'll have
okay.
There's more. I have enough to do. I can give you a little bit more than that. We have time for that.
Okay.
There seems, for some reason or other today, there's somebody that's more lateral to you in energy, like a friend. And you may not be expecting this. I don't know who you want, because I don't remember who I brought in last time for you. But this is
it's my grandma.
Okay. Well, today, and we'll go to your grandma in a moment, but today I see a male that seems like he was a friend of yours that transitioned. Actually, he's wearing extra weight on his body. He's got extra weight on his body, and he could be a cousin, he could be a brother, he could be a friend, he could be somebody you knew in school, he could be somebody from work. I don't know who he is, but he is standing right next to you, okay? And he's overweight.
Really?
Yep. I'm going to just give you what I get on him, and then we'll go to Grandma, because maybe this is something you have to validate later for yourself. I'm going to give you whatever I can give you. His hair is cut very, very short.
It's obviously real dark, black. Like, I ain't going to say black, but real dark skin.
Yeah. He's dark skinned.
And can you ask him, like, what did he pass away from? Was it
Honey,
from a
just calm down.
physician?
Sherelle, just let me do the mediumship and you'll get all the information that I can give you. One of the things I want to one of the things I want to tell you is that he seems like he's a little bit on the effeminate side. Okay, I'll just say that to you. And not a real not a he-man type, more of a girly girl man type. Okay? His skin is darker. His hair is very closely cropped to his head. And he's wearing a T-shirt with a vest over it right now. Now, what did he pass of? I don't know. I'm going to give you what I get, and that's the best I can do for you. Okay? He says, Sherelle, hello there. Hello, I love you. And thanks for listening to me when I was on Earth. He says, I was a pain in the neck. I know I was. Always giving you all these stories about myself and driving you crazy with my emotional ups and downs. He says, I was a drama queen, wasn't I? Okay. Well, this is who presents. There's a feeling of illness in his body. It didn't happen right away. This is a gradual transition or wasting away over time. I also sense something in the chest area and ability to breathe as we get closer to the end. And I don't know exactly what it is. These are only physical things I can pick up from him. Do you understand this for anyone you would know, please, Sherelle?
Yes, I understand. I'm still trying to figure out who it might be, but it'll probably hit me later.
Okay. Well, when I ask you, do you understand? When I ask you, do you understand? I meant, can you recognize that person? So you can't right now.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying, but you can't recognize the person. Okay, that's fine. So there's a person that's...
I can't recognize who you're talking about, but I understand what you're saying, though.
Okay. So I'll just reiterate, and then we'll go on to your grandma, and so that you have it clearly in your mind. This is a young person. The oldest he lived to was 30. You might have known him when he was younger. You're probably not even 30 years old yourself. How old are you? You're pretty young, aren't you?
20.
You're about 20.
Yeah, I'm 20.
Yeah, he got to about 30, and he's overweight in the picture he gives me. They could show it any time in their life, and he has some sort of an effeminate side to him, and there's a wasting away of his health. Okay, so that's one person. Let's see if Grandma wants to pop in. Hold on. Grandma. Okay, all right. I do see a woman now. She liked to dress up. I can tell you that. She's looking, she went from two different views. One was having a kerchief on her head. That was more at home kind of look. Okay, and then she shows me herself more dressed up, wearing dangling earrings, brown hair that's got some gold highlights in it that's about shoulder length, and straightened. Okay, and she's middle-aged or to the advanced age in the vision she's given me. She's got red lipstick on and she's all dressed up. She's got a nice hat on in this particular image.
That is her.
Of course it's her. That's why you...
Oh, that is her.
Of course, she loves you. And she's smart. She's active, she's this, she's that. She's very loving, but smart. Very, very smart. Slender body, a little wider in the shoulder area than the hips and leg area. And a little bit more on the taller side than shorter side, she shows me. And she says she liked to be a lady about town, get out, do things. She had friends. She was no stay-at-home kind of person. And, she even went out drinking with friends and things like that to socialize. She's had a nice, active life until she got ill, she said. And she said then it was all different from then on in. And she said then she was shut in more at home a lot. She says, but she tried to keep her spirits up for you and everyone around her. She says, but you knew...
Yes.
She says, you knew it was coming now, didn't you? In other words, about her illness. Yeah. And, so now I see her hair a little different. It's more like pulled back. I see the white in it, no longer coloring it, or if that was a wig she had, I couldn't tell. But, more of the old, but she's getting ill now. Okay, not feeling well and staying at home. And she's giving me a sense of her chest area and that there's something in the chest area that's bothering her. Could be breast or could be actual breathing thing, but I feel something in the chest area. I'm kind of getting the impression it was cancer that took her life or that she had cancer at some time in her life. Do you understand that, please?
Yeah, she had lung and brain and pneumonia.
Oh, okay. And did she have cancer at all, sweetheart? Did she have cancer?
Yeah, she had lung cancer. Yeah, lung cancer, brain cancer, and pneumonia.
Oh, my goodness. Poor lovely lady.
Yeah.
Because I did.
Yeah.
I also have to say I did see her smoking when she was in the tavern having a cigarette with friends. Oh, she liked to have a good time. She says to me, and she said for you to know, I like to live my life. She says I didn't really hold back. She says I did what I had to do. She says, and that's fine. She says don't ever hold back, Sherelle. Don't ever hold back. Live your life fully. She says because you only gain. She says you only gain a couple of extra years on Earth anyway for all that health food stuff and nonsense. She says so I might as well just have done what I wanted to do. And she says where I am is really nice. She says I've got. She says I've got that highfalutin condominium I always wanted. Okay, so she's got a really nice, sleek place to live. She's got everything the way she wants it. There seems to be somebody there with her, a male. Now, did she have a child? A male besides your mother? Did she have a son?
No.
There's a male.
No, her kids is living.
Okay, there's a male with her. It feels it feels like the guy I just brought in. Okay, so I don't know who that could be. But it's relating to your grandma some way. So did she have a boyfriend? Did she have a stepson? What, there might have been somebody there.
Maybe a old friend of hers. He passed away too. Maybe that's what you're picking up.
Okay. Did he die of AIDS or something? Did he die of AIDS or something?
I'm not sure.
And was he effeminate and overweight?
Sick or something.
Okay, well, I want you to check the man out that I had and see if anybody can tell you, because I think that's who I have with Grandma, that male that I told you about.
Tall and bald. Is he tall and bald?
Yeah, he's overweight. He's big. He's tall, and he is bald, but not. It's more like nappy or a very short haircut. I don't know if he really was bald. I see a little hair there, but not long. Very close to the scalp. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see. But I feel that whoever, just honor what I said and be very clear on this. The man that I brought in before I brought in Grandma seemed to be overweight and effeminate. Okay? And now that I'm with Grandma in spirit, there's a male with her, and I'm wondering if it's him, but I'm not going to bring him in again, whoever it is. If you can't, that's probably a friend of hers that's with her now. She shows me him. And if you don't know anything more about him, maybe you can find out. Okay, if he matches what we had earlier, okay? And there's nothing more that I should tell you about this because I brought in very good evidence. Is there anything you want to ask Grandma now that we have her here?
Yes. I wanted to know what ways can I hear her, see her? How can I get in contact with her? I want to hear her.
Well, that's a great question, and actually I should do a show on that, but now you've given me an opportunity to talk about this today. One of the things I like to do with clients is when I'm in one-on-ones, I usually don't do it on the radio show, but we have time today, is I like to set up their symbols, signs and symbols. And sometimes and I believe your grandma already is, they're already communicating with you. Okay? And what I get from Grandma is the first thing is dreams. Okay, she is coming to you in some dreams. Do you understand, please? Have you had some dreams with Grandma, please?
Yes.
Okay, and she loves that way of communicating with you because you're really receptive to that. She says you're really good at getting the dreams, and she wants to thank.
I am.
Yeah, and she wants to thank you for that. Not only does she come in directly in the dreams, but she also helps you solve problems in your own life in the dreams. And she says you always get the lessons. So she's really proud of you for that. She has something to say about going back to school again. You have to do that. Don't give it up. Okay. She's saying,
I am with school. So I am in school, Grandma.
Well, then she's just saying to stay in school. She's happy with that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you the social worker? Are you going to social working school? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, social worker and nursing.
Okay, perfect. Well, she wants you to stay in school. Not that you're out of it, but stay in school. Okay, and I have misinterpreted that by saying go back. Okay, so she wants you to stay in school. And let's look about, so the primary way of communicating is in the dream. She says, okay, wait, there's something else. Well, she first wants to say, what more do you need than that? But now she pops to something else. Okay, and she's going to give you something else. She says, because you want more, don't you? You want more. And what she wants to say is she does use coins for you. she does use coins for you, and she will use coins for you. In other words, if you feel to look down and suddenly you see a couple of dimes, quarters, or maybe a penny or two, that's from her. Okay?
And what does that mean?
It doesn't mean
coin.
it means she's saying hello. She's saying hello.
Okay.
And I want to make it clear that she doesn't put the coins there. She just draws your attention to coins that are there when they're there. Now, why did you ask me what that means? Because your initial question was, how is she communicating with me? And I just told you, and then you asked me what it means. It's kind of circuitous, isn't it? I'm a little confused by your question, Sherelle.
No, because I was asking, like, what does the coins mean? Like, is it, like, a message or, like, I remember last time you told me one mean yes and two mean no. I remember you telling me that last time.
Oh, yeah. Let me go to that. What it means is when you can ask her a question and say, within 24 hours, show me some coins. You can even say specific kind of coin if it's a yes.
Okay.
So you can use the symbolism for that. There's another thing I think you might be seeing lately. Do you see number sequences? Like 1111, things like that?
If I do, I don't pay attention.
Okay. Because
I see energy bonds outside, though. I don't know what it is.
Okay, well, let me just finish with the number sequences. If you can use number sequences as well. 1111 would be another sign from her. And again, you can ask a question and say, Grandma, show me Layla, whatever her name is. You have a name for her. You told me that just a moment ago. Layla, okay. That you can say, Layla, show me some number sequences. 1111 if it's yes. Okay, now I said you said you're seeing balls of light. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like when I'm outside, I see stuff floating. It's like series or orbs and stuff when I'm outside.
Okay. Let me see. Well, now that you said it, I can't really. If I say yes, it's because you already told me. So let me just see if there's some other way she can confirm that by providing additional evidence. Lele or Grandma, what do you think about the orbs? What? What's Sherelle?
I said, as I'm talking to you, when I'm outside, I can see it now as I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I see.
Okay,
floating.
Okay, just calm down. Let me go to her. Now, when I make that connection, please don't say anything because then I break it again. Let me just go to her. Okay. Lele, Grandma, what do you say about the orbs? Give me some kind of evidence that goes with this. She says that the orbs are not her. Okay?
Okay.
But there's also something else that goes along with it, and it's an M.A. name, like a Mary or something like that. To give additional evidence, do you know anyone with a Mary or an M.A. name? Seems like a female name, on earth or in spirit, please. Sherelle.
No, I'm not sure who that might be.
Okay. She was giving me that to just say that she doesn't give you the balls of light, and then she was giving me the name to further confirm that she doesn't give you the balls of light. So if you don't know who that is, I don't know what to say, but there's an M.A. name, and think of people's last names also. And it may not come to you right now, okay? It's like a Mary or Morel or a Mary Lou or something like that is a name that comes in that goes in the family or in your friends or in spirit or something like that. And that's a backup for her claim that she's not sending you the balls of light. However, she says that your friend is, the one that we brought in earlier. So you're getting it from someone in spirit, and it seems to be this man. So you're going to have to think about that man, okay, and see who you can identify on that. Okay, sweetheart, so we're at the end of the show. I want to thank you for calling in. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm going to let you go now.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry if my energy was all over the place and I'm not being patient. I'm sorry.
Not a problem. Not a problem. It's one of the beautiful things
about. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye.
God bless.
God bless. Okay, I want to thank everyone for listening to the show today. The show is like Ed Sullivan. Now you can tell how old I am. And I look forward to working with you all Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, if you want a 30-minute
90 seconds
session with me, just go to spiritmediumtv.com. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Susie B., for helping me with the show. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
That's interesting. Who is this? Hi there, Susie. It's Laura. Call me when you can, honey. Thanks. Bye.